Arsenal nil, Burnley nil. Yes, people, iFootball, and welcome back to Arsenal Reviews, a show we review every single Arsenal game. A frustrating afternoon at the Emirates Stadium here. A point against Burnley, bottom of the table Burnley at home, is disappointing. Disappointing by all accounts. As always, if you're new around, if you enjoy Arsenal content, if you enjoy football content, please consider subscribing on my road to 700 and drop a like down below so this video gets out to more people. And if you're an Arsenal fan, Burnley fan, or a football neutral, please leave your thoughts of the game in the comment section down below. I'd love to see it. I'm going to provide my thoughts now on what was a lacklustre display by Arsenal. Lacklustre, just no clinicality in the final third whatsoever. Before that, we were good. By all accounts, we were very good. The passing was alright. It's just when we got into that final third, into that opportunity to score or just do something, we just lacked it by all accounts. I'm going to start with the events of the game. Burnley started the first 10 minutes really well. They were on top of us. And then we had a good 15-20 minutes in the middle of the first half. We were stringing together some passes, making something happen, knocking on the door, but just couldn't manage to get a shot off. The highlight was probably when it could have been offside, but Smith Rowe dinked through Saka, and then Saka pulled it back to Ødegaard, who shot, and it was saved by Pope. And then Laka on the follow-through also got saved by Pope. Although there was a key point in the first half involving Ashley Westwood when he stamped on Kieran Tierney. He was late going for the challenge, and he did catch Kieran Tierney fairly high. It was around his shin area. For me, it was a red. It was a red. Case and point, it was a red. The ref gave a yellow. VAR stayed with the yellow, didn't overturn it. It's a case of what do you expect? It's Arsenal at the end of the day. If it was Xhaka doing that challenge, it's a red card every day of the week. It's just something we have to live by. The refereeing is poor in this league. And then to make it even worse, as if that wasn't bad enough, he then commits another challenge, this time where he elbowed Gabriel from a header and didn't even get a yellow for that one. So we had two opportunities to get a red card, this guy Ashley Westwood, and neither of them the ref gave it. It's just poor by all accounts, poor refereeing. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna slate the referee too much, because we were the reason we lost this match. It weren't the referee. Either way, they would have stuck to their game plan and playing a low block. We get into half time, 0-0, poor. We need to turn up the intensity. And for about 15 minutes in the second half, we turn up the intensity. Between about the 55th minute and the 70th minute, we looked good again. We were creating chances, stringing together passes, looking kind of promising. And the chance of the half came when Emil Smith Rowe danced past Tarkowski, pulled it back, an open goal for Alex Lacazette, and he drags it wide, man. On my bad days, I would have scored that. I'm pretty sure most people watching this would have scored that goal. Poor finish from Lacazette, and it just epitomises why we need to sign a striker. Every Arsenal fan's calling out, we need a striker, we need a midfield, we need a striker, and we address none of it, man. And this is what happens when you don't address positions. You get poor results like this. Like, one or two plays can change the result of the match, and I think if we had a striker today, like Vlahovic, we would have won this game. It just shows, man, it just shows the importance to dip into the transfer target and address the positions that you need to address. Arsenal, they're just not getting it done for one reason or another. Either way, after that, we were just poor by all accounts. We couldn't break them down. Like I said, the stats show that we were playing alright. 20 shots on target. 20 shots, 5 on target. 76% possession. Up until the final third, we were good. We were good. We were getting into the final third. We just could not break them down after that. There was no creativity. And for the life of me, I cannot understand why. We have Emil Smith Rowe, Saka, Ødegaard, Martinelli on the pitch. Lacazette with his hold-up playing, his linking ability. We have 5 good attacking players on the pitch, yet we can't seem to break them down. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. We look more of an attacking threat playing 2 holding midfielders in Partey and Xhaka than we do playing 1 holding midfielder in Lokonga. I really don't understand. And now what Burnley have done right here is just given the blueprint for future teams to come to the Arsenal and just low block. They've just given the blueprint. They've said, this is the formula, lads. So now when other teams come here, the likes of, who knows, man, Brentfords or whatever, they're just going to do the same thing. They're just going to low block and say, come on, Arsenal, try and attack us, try and score against us, and they'll just frustrate us. You have to be able to break down low blocks in the Premier League. You have to be able to do it if you want to be a top team, man. It's what Pep Guardiola has based his whole Manchester City team around. They've managed to do it. We can't do it. And look at the result. It just shows case and point. There's a lot to talk about here. We go into an international break now, and we have to come out the other side with some results. We have to. This, for me, was nailed on 3 points. It has to be. Bottom of the table, Burnley, you have to get a victory. We struggled to do so. Now, we're watching Tottenham versus Chelsea, 2 of our top 4 rivals play next. And the game just has less importance. Just for the fact that if we won this game, I would have been watching that game thinking, right, one of these teams are dropping points, we can really make a push here. It just doesn't seem to be that way. Now, does this change my opinion on Arteta or Arsenal? No, it does not. I always said I'm never hardcore Arteta in. I'm not hardcore Arteta out. I'm just taking it game by game, seeing how it goes. I'm liking what I'm seeing overall from Arteta. This game does not change my opinion on him. We do need changes, do not get me wrong, in terms of we need a change of mentality, I think, against these low block teams. And we do need to have some more attacking impotence earlier in the game. We can't just leave it till late to have our intensity increased. But overall, I'm not one of those fans going to be reactionary and say, oh, that's it, Arteta out, the board out, everyone has to go. Like, it's a draw against Burnley. It's disappointing, but it happens. Man City drew against Southampton the other day. Now, I'm not saying we're on the same level of Man City, but we're inconsistent. It happens. I've seen flashes of brilliance from us this season. I've also seen poor performances like this. It's part of the journey. It's part of the process. I think we are heading in the right direction overall. It just was a poor game today. It was a poor game. It shows we need players to come in. It shows we need some signings, and it shows that we need some kind of consistency in our play and consistency in our attack. Because I believe we play consistently how we did in that 10 to 15 minute spell in the second half. If we played like that for the whole game, we would have won this game easily, 4-5-0. Easily. Because Burnley could not handle us for those 10-15 minutes. Either way, that's not how it ended up, and we do leave with a draw. But it just shows improvement that needs to be made, and we come out of this international break now and we have to be all guns firing. We've got a couple of easy games in a row now. I say easy, like we're going to get an easier game than Burnley at home. But you know what I mean, as in like winnable games now, and we have to take 3 points, maximise points, because I hate draws, man. Draws are the bane of my life. I mean, 1 point compared to 3 is just a massive fall off, it's just a massive disappointment by all accounts. But you just have to take what you're given and you move on now. In terms of player ratings, Aaron Ramsdale had absolutely nothing to do, to be honest. He flapped at a corner in the first half, but other than that, didn't really do anything, didn't have anything to do in general. I'll just give him a 5. Ben White deputised at right back, and look, it's not his game to get forward and attack. He just did what he could for his build. He's not an attacking fullback. I'll just have to give him a 5 as well. He didn't really do much. Rob Holding, to be honest, I forgot he was playing. I forgot he was on the pitch. He could have been subbed off, to be honest, on Born and Nketiah. I don't get why we subbed off Smith Rowe. Sub off someone like Holding. We didn't need 3 centre-backs on the pitch. Either way, I'll just give him a 5 as well. And same with Gabriel, he can get a 5. Tierney, now I'm going to give Tierney a 4, because for me, the geezer was getting forward. He was always overlapping on Martinelli, but his crosses were poor. Poor deliveries, man. And like Burnley were laughing crossing the ball, because that's all they deal with. That's their bread and butter. They want you to cross the ball in. They don't want you to play tippy-tappy along the floor, play some incisive tiki-taka passing. They want you to cross the ball in, because they'll deal with that 10 times out of 10. We had about 12 corners today, I believe, and not a single one of them was close. So Tierney crossing in and just poor delivery. It has to be pinpoint against Burnley, and he just struggled to do so. The midfielder Lokonga, he held it down, to be fair to him. I'll give him a 5. He didn't have the attacking output, but he didn't really need to be. He just needed to shield the back 4. It's the attackers that were the problems there. I'm going to get onto them now. Starting with Martin Odegaard. For me, Martin Odegaard gets a 4. Maybe one good pass the whole game, man. Like, the geezer's got a reputation of being an attacking, creative footballer. Flair footballer, showed none of it today. And what epitomised it for me was his poor decision making. When in the first half, right at the end, we were breaking and he gets the ball and he's got 3 options right now. He's got Laka, Martinelli or Saka. Or I can say the 4th option, I guess, is him taking a shot himself. And he plays the worst option in Saka on the right. Martinelli and Laka were in bags of space. If he just left foot reverse passed it through to them, he would have been open and he would have had a chance on goal. Instead he plays to Saka, who was the only player that was semi-marked by the Burnley defence. Just a poor decision in key areas. He's going to have to get a 4 for me. Next to Emil Smith Rowe, also poor. The only good kind of play he did was right at the end when he went past Tarkovsky and then pulled it back to Laka, who should have scored. Other than that, he was poor as well. I'll give him a 4. Bukayo Saka, poor. Got on the ball. He had the skill moves to get past Peters, but then that final ball, it was as if there was no point getting past him in the first place, because the ball was poor. 4 as well for Saka. Martinelli, poor game from him as well. They received the ball in good areas, but just couldn't take someone on and just couldn't get that final pass for whatever reason. End up passing it back to the defenders or back to the midfielders. And then Martinelli, I'll give a 4 to as well. And then Lacazette can get a 5. Actually, you can get a 4 for missing that chance in the second half, because that's inexcusable. And then Eddie Nketiah came on the pitch, and to be honest, he just ran around. I'll give him a 4 as well. At the end of the day, it's a poor all-round display by Arsenal. It's a frustrating display. We looked good all the way until we got to the final third, and it's disappointing because you need to be able to break down teams in this league. Does this show that we need more attacking players? Do we need better quality players? Who knows, man? But this is a bit of a confidence shaker for me. We've got an international break now. We go into it. We regroup. Hopefully, make a couple signings integrate them into the squad, and move forward from there. As always, if you're around, if you enjoy Arsenal content, if you enjoy football content, please consider subscribing on my road to 700 and drop a like back down below so this video gets out to more people. It's disappointing, but as always, we'll be back previewing or reviewing all future Arsenal games. We just have to take this point and move on, I guess, in our quest for the top 4. I've been White Football, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.